What it do? It's your girl Wayne. We are here with Pirahna. Pirahna, you can well, I already introduced you, so to speak.
Right.
Those who don't know you, you can kind of give them a history of, where you came from and how long you've been around, or.
Uh, I've been battling since August 2012. Uh, I had my first PG June 2013, and then I had went to prison December 2013. I got out of prison March 2018, and I've been battling since. Well, I had my first battle since I came home from prison October 2018, and I've been battling since.
Okay. And you want to say where you're from? Because there's several
Detroit,
Pirahnas. I'm just
Detroit, nah,
saying.
the,
There.
the original Piranha, spelled
Oh, there we
correctly
go.
and everything.
There we
So
go. There
yeah,
we go. So we got you on today. Like I said, I didn't really go all off into the situation. I just titled it as is. For those who know, you know. Um, we just wanted to have a conversation about this. So at the end of the day, um, you felt the way. I mean, you felt the way about how things have been handled as far as you on URL or trying to move forward on URL. You had a few points that I made and I know some of the other guys. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Don Marino. Did some lives and kind of spoke to you. I know you were on those lives and you kind of spoke to them about it and we're listening to kind of what they were saying in regard to that. Um, what happened for um also I stream on 4 different platforms, so some comments you'll be able to see, some you won't if you're on Facebook. Um um what about for those that missed it? Okay, so for those that missed it, Nestor wants to know, you can kind of brief them if you want on, like I said, whatever points you want to make on that, you can brief them on pretty much, what you want to talk about, or what your point is to the live.
I mean, I don't know how to sum it up in little words. Honestly, like, I mean, I will say this: like, could I have handled it a little better? Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not a firm believer in bottling my emotions.
Right.
I don't, I don't, I don't bite my tongue and bottle my emotions if it, especially if it's against me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna know that you fucking me over and not do nothing about it.
Right.
Like, you don't know that I know, but I do know, and I'm still okay with that. No, that ain't how that works.
I feel you.
And they had a problem with me having a problem with that. So I can't fuck with nobody who got a problem with me defending myself, who got a problem with me standing up for myself. What? And that's them my exact words, because I don't want to say F you or forget you, or because that's not real. These real emotions. I really feel like fuck you. So that's what it is. If you take it as disrespect or let it get under your skin, that shit on you. But that's how I feel.
Nestor, he said, who fucked you over? Now, see, that's kind of okay. You were speaking, and he was speaking in regard to his business dealings as far as URL brand, but for the most part, Brad and P is who you were actually dealing with.
Yeah, Brad, we ain't got to do that. It's Brad and P. It's not the URL. It's not Smack Beasley, Chico, Norbs. Salute to them. It's all love, all respect with them. My only issues is Brad and P.
Mm.
And
I
my main issue is with Brad because I have a rapport with Brad, and I didn't expect him to be the way that he showed his true hand to me last night. Like that, it fucked with me. P, I don't have no rapport with P. I don't have a relationship with P. That was my first time talking to P. I do feel like for that to be my first time talking to him, it was a fucked up first impression. But I don't really care for P.
mm. Now let me okay. So because, well, we'll just go there because Right. We bone car, we gonna get there. We gonna get there. I just kind of wanted Pirahna to be able to put his grievances out there. And like he said, I agree. When I first got on the live, I cringed because I was just like, if you wanted to, my first thought was if you wanted to still have a career on URL, that might be dead. But also, not even just that, you know what I mean? I tell a lot of battlers because I manage too in battle rap. So I tell a lot of battlers, sometimes you got to sit back and you can't just do none of us can really do everything off of emotions because everybody is watching. You know what I mean? And while everybody is watching, you got other league owners that may feel like, well, damn, this he may feel like it's a disagreement or whatnot, and and in this case, I'm not downplaying what you feel as far as a disagreement, but the situation could have been handled a different way or whatnot, but then as an adult they look at you and say, well, damn, this is the way he handles business. You know what I mean? So that's the only part that I feel like maybe, you could have like you said, you could have handled better. um Nestor, what are you confused about? He had an issue with P and Brad, and we're getting to that.
I'm gonna just say it. I'm about to try to keep it as brief as possible. So
Right.
Brad called my phone with P on the other line.
Uh,
Conference call.
mm,
When I said hello, P said yo, Brad said yo. That's how I knew I was a part of a conference call.
all
I
right.
looked at the details. That conference call lasted for 39 minutes and 31 seconds. In that duration, we were supposed to be talking about me being booked versus DG the Pirahna on Survivor Series. There's no way that conversation should last that long.
All right.
You get what I'm saying? If I'm supposed to battle on Survivor Series and this is my opponent and it's either this or nothing, then this is what it's gonna be. We should have never our conversation should have never exceeded 2 minutes, honestly. But it did because P felt the need to bash Norbs. And his first thing he said was, everything that I say about Norbs throughout this conversation, I guarantee you that Brad is either gonna be silent about it or he's gonna agree. And then he'll say some shit like he said some shit like, so you remember the narrative when it was P's boys versus Norb's boys? It was never no such thing. It was just Norb's boys and it was URL. Norb's do what he wanted to. And then he was like, he was quiet for like 5 seconds, and he was like, "Notice Brad didn't say nothing. It's because he know I'm not lying." And he kept like saying shit about Norb's, and then asking Brad like, "Ain't that right? Or am I lying?" And Brad would chime in like, "You ain't lying, or you right." And he wouldn't defend Norbs. And from my understanding, him and Norbs got a rapport. They got a relationship. They partners. You know what I'm saying? So for him to allow Peter kept bashing him and kicking him while he down, while he wasn't a part of the conference call to defend himself, I'm looking at him sideways like, bro, that's your man's. You feel me? Like, and then I just cut in the P like, I'm not finna keep letting you bash this nigga. You feel me? It ain't nothing.
I'm listening.
It's not me defending him or taking up for him. I'm not finna let you keep disrespecting the nigga in my ear, and he ain't here to defend himself. So stop talking about Norris. Why is we even talking about Norris? Called me about DG the Pirahna Survivor Series. Why is this entire conversation about Norris and all bad shit?
Hey,
So I felt like he was trying to poison me at Norris. But what
Pirahna,
it did was make me look at him funny.
My
I
co-host
want to.
Tom Brown.
I'm sorry to cut you off, bro. So who when you get since you came back into the battle rap scene and you got your first PG? Who gave you your first PG? For those who don't know.
Norris. Norris.
Got you, got you.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Norris. My first PG was June 2013 in Harlem, New York, at Black Star Video versus Illinois. Norris booked that. This was way before a lot of these niggas was even around. I was 18. I was
Mm-hmm.
18 when I got my first PG.
So
So
when you came back,
that's
so when you
this.
came back,
This is why it's like P think I'm a new nigga. P said I heard about you, but I never watched your battles. I said that was the most rudest shit you could ever tell me. Cause
Well,
how
see,
is you booking me versus DG the Pirahna, yet you never even seen none of
okay.
my battles?
So
I
see,
would never book a nigga if I ain't never seen his battles.
no. That's okay though, because here's the thing, and this is why I felt like, okay, I want to go back. Um, like you said, with the whole situation with Brad and P. Now, when you made the comment about Norb's guys and P's guys, okay?
Right.
Let's put it this way, because at the end of the day, I know you expected for Brad to kind of come in and come to Norb's defense. However, I know, and as you've seen before this situation, Brad is more of the professional type of person. Can you agree with that? Before this,
No,
nah,
no,
he's never been professional because
no.
the way
How
I
he been? How he
because
been moving and ain't been professional.
no, I mean right, not this situation. I'm not referring to this situation. I'm
No,
talking about
before this situation. Before
before.
this situation.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was
Have
gonna
he
say,
made have he made professional decisions or executive decisions? Yeah, but does that make him a professional? No,
well, that's what I'm referring to. Now, the
no.
the other part, I like I said, I'm professional too, so I'm not really just gonna throw people under the bus or whatever. But I mean, in just professionalism, when P said that I don't get me wrong, because I've heard that before, and I've heard that with somebody that I know, so I get where you're coming from, and that probably wasn't the best thing to say. And like you said,
Smack will never say no shit like that.
but
Beasley
he
will never say
has,
no shit like that.
but he has. See, he has, and
Nah,
that's the part.
nah.
Oh, he
Like,
has to other battlers. He has. There's been battles that have not been booked because they didn't want to be booked with top tiers. So there's there's the politics, like the guys were saying, Riggs being one of them. That's my brother, and I know
right.
everything that has been done to him on URL, Bullpen, and everywhere else. So you're not alone. You're not alone. And he said his piece. However, my whole thing is with you, I'm just looking at the career part of it, because like I said, I clinched. I really was like, damn it, Pirahna. But I just want to put things in perspective on as far as when it comes to you. No defense to nobody else, because the way I looked at it and the way I saw what I was listening to, what you were saying, and I get both sides. So of course I had to do my calling or whatnot. With that whole that Norbs part was a very unprofessional. I agree with you. I'm not saying that you're wrong there at all, but because P didn't watch your battles, I feel like the person that brought you into the fold, since it was Norbs guys and P guys, Brad brought you into the fold. Because also with this whole shift in what they're doing with URL, it's a big thing. There was rumors that he
No,
had gotten fired.
I know Brad brought me to the folds. I
Uh-huh.
know that much.
Uh-huh.
That's a fact. But my thing was, it was never no name. I found out through a fan that I had DG the Pirahna. That was my initial
Right.
issue.
I feel you on that. I mean, they
So
talk to
when I
different
hit
people.
Brad up, I said, "When the fuck did I get locked with DG the Pirahna?" He like, "What you talking about?" I said, "A fan just told me I had a fan just said P said I had DG the Pirahna," and I replied, "He lied to you." And I'm like, because he couldn't have told you no. How did P tell you that and he ain't tell me that? And that was an issue with me. So that was strike one off the bell. When that's what made Brad even reach out to P and even cause that conference call.
Mm-hmm.
So we could all get an understanding without no miscommunication. And then that's when I asked P, like, how did you just make an executive decision on my career and you don't even know if I got nothing booked, or you don't know nothing? You just saying you got DG Pirahna on Survivor Series and it's either this or nothing. That was his offer.
Right.
And
So
I said,
uh-huh.
well, nothing.
So
No, I kept saying I don't want to battle him, and they was asking me. They was like, "Well, we trying to negotiate.
Right.
Who do you want to battle?" And I was like, I don't know. It's not even. It ain't nobody that I could name that y'all gonna be like, all right, or y'all gonna feel like I'm entitled to or some shit like that. So I don't even want to waste my breath. And I couldn't think of nobody. And that's when Brad was like, "What about Riggs?" And before I could even respond, Pete was like, "It won't be Riggs. I could call Riggs right now and he gonna turn it down." And I said, "So it's okay for you to call Riggs right now." And he say, "I don't want Pirahna." But it ain't cool for you to call me like you calling me. And I'm saying I'm not cool with Pirahna, with DG to Pirahna. That ain't cool though. He was like, nah, he was like, it's a difference. Riggs got more of a say-so than you. I said, say less, and I hung up in his face.
Oh.
Brad called me back like 15 minutes later, defending P, like, you can't just be hanging up in P face like that. P this, P that. I said, bro, I'm not one of these ass kissing nut huggers, bro. I can hang up in whoever the fuck face I feel if we not vibing, if you're not talking what I want to talk.
Right.
We don't need to talk. You're not gonna tell me I don't got the authority to turn down a plate, but another nigga do. And he Riggs. Salute to Riggs. Don't take nothing from Riggs. But I'm saying, like, he got that ability and I don't. And I've been here before all y'all niggas.
See, okay. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something real though. Okay. This is the way I look at it. When you're, especially when you're, like you said, in the live too, you know, Brad was saying, hey, this is something that was going to be paid in this situation, even if you didn't take it, you know, whatever the case may be. I look at this as, if this is a career that you're pursuing, as long as it makes sense, of course, you want to do it. Now, Riggs, just as well, Riggs had to come up through the ranks. You know how they feel like it's URL or nothing. So once you get to that URL part, it's like now you have to go up the ranks. I'm not saying that you didn't have a right to take Pirahna, a DG to Pirahna or not, because somebody else had just asked Bone Car. Shout out to Bone Car. He asked, "What is wrong with the DG Pirahna battle?" I kind of felt the same way.
I would battle DG to Pirahna in South Carolina on his league to prove that the matchup wasn't the issue. How they went about the whole situation is my only issue. Okay. I will still battle DG to Pirahna. I just told Don Marino, book it in Florida. So we'll both be on neutral grounds. He'll probably have more of an advantage, but it'll still be fire. I will battle DG to Pirahna. That was not my issue. Okay. My issue was how they try to play it, because they called me with a Survivor Series call. I said, why are y'all calling me for Survivor Series? But y'all didn't feel the need to call me for Survivor Series when y'all called True Foe for Survivor Series versus Brooklyn Hands. When y'all called Jay Lopez for Survivor Series versus Chase Paper. These is niggas that's in my same PG class. Y'all didn't feel the need to call me then. Now you're going to call me. Okay. Mind you, I got prep before that. So if I have a breakout performance versus prep on it's on a URL, it's not on a small league, it's on a URL. If I have a breakout performance versus prep, how that would look, it wouldn't even make sense for me to go battle on a Survivor Series card versus DG to Pirahna.
You don't think so?
No, it wouldn't make sense. Because Survivor Series platform, the name speaks for itself. It's an all or nothing platform.
Right.
It's Survivor Series. It's like the granddaddy of the proving grounds. Really? No, that's why it's called Survivor Series.
Well, see, okay, now I get where you're coming from. I'm sorry, my little one. I get where you're coming from last year. But because, you know, they're changing things, they're doing new things now, I felt like because of what we know is going on right now, and I'm not really sure how privy you are of that, I would have felt it more of an insult to be called for the Crucible than to be called for Survivor Series. Because
the reason why I felt some type of way is because they called me for Survivor Series, but they didn't call me for the tournament.
Well, the tournament. Oh,
yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's going to be my next question about the tournament. Why they offer you a tournament situation?
I'm supposed to be on Survivor Series, but I don't deserve to be one of them 16 people that got that to have a chance at that 15K.
But though that's the class before you.
No, Real Sick is on that tournament, and he is in a PG class after mine, and he only had one PG.
Yeah, right. It's a mixture. Okay. It's a mixture of people of PGs with this tournament.
Okay, but from my understanding, the performances, the 3 PGs that you had weren't. I think they said that the which battle was that? Damn it! You had a really good performance round. I cannot remember which round that
was. I had 2 PGs and a 1-on. That's how I even got prep.
Okay.
That's how I got prep. And so for this, the only reason why this is even brought up is because it's dealing with P. That's the only. Norbes never hit me up about Survivor Series. Brad did. And P confirmed it without my consent. When Brad first called me about it, I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got battles locked. I gotta, like, especially with this coronavirus shit going on. Once it's over with, I got 4 battles locked already. 3 of them I've been sent deposits for. The only one I ain't been sent the deposit for was prep, and I was told I was gonna get paid for that. So I'm expecting that too. So, but the other 3 I have been sent deposits for. I can't. I'm committed to those battles.
Right.
So once this shit over with, I gotta get that out the way first.
Right.
We still gotta reschedule all of that first. We don't even know about no Survivor Series.
Right.
So for you to make executive decisions on my brand without my consent, that's gonna make me feel some type of way, considering that I've been on my shit.
Right.
Like, I take my brand and my craft serious, even if nobody else do.
I feel you. No. And I'm not saying absolutely. I get that's why, like I said, I can respect the fact of how you felt, because what you were saying, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like you said, I didn't want to type this out. I didn't want to do this. Didn't want to do that. I want to try to see the, the expression and how I feel about it. And I get that. But like I said, with they say trust the process. I feel you on that. But like I said, I understand where you're coming from, because there's certain things. But in all of this, regardless of what P didn't like or what P felt or what not, I feel like the direction that URL is going now, Brad was more so trying to make sure you had a spot in that, because the last PGs and the last one-off was not, like you said, Real Sick made, not for nothing, Real Sick been battling for a minute on Battle, and him in the fold. P does not watch any. He said that on Norbes' show. He don't watch nobody else. That's why he got scouts to do stuff like that. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. That's why he got scouts to do a lot of stuff. And I believe there is a Midwest scout, and shout out to him. I mess with him, but I'm going to sing Brad's praises because he looks out for y'all. He watches you, because a lot of people, I made a post. I don't know if you saw that post. There was, shout out to Juju. She mentioned you. I said the top names in the Midwest. She mentioned you, and there was a lot of other people that I knew, but at the same time, when it comes to popularity with URL, some people slipped through the cracks. I know Riggs was one of those people who slipped through the cracks because of the whole Squeako did too. The people who I thought would have gotten in didn't. But now, because of how they're rebranding URL, you either sink or swim. They got to put you somewhere. And I'm not saying that you say, hey, I'm gonna just be put somewhere. I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying the Survivor Series is not the bad look. You made a point about, now I'm gonna have to battle extra, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have to do more, and I'm gonna have to go extra hard to do this, that, and the third. And I got you on that, but I felt like you would have had to do that with only the strong too. Like, both of those were kind of tournament things. You feel me? I mean, I feel like they're the same. One was just in 2 different places.
The Only the Strong, when I was first reached out to for Only the Strong, it was for Dre Vicious. It was gonna be in LA. It was March 14th. He couldn't do the battle. I think he either backed out or another league got to him before the communication or whatever.
Right.
So it looked crazy when that card dropped and people seeing all them names on it, not mine. That's why Brad was on my case. Like, I can't have another one of these cards with your name on it because people are protesting. I said, that's not my fault. You get what I'm saying? I'm square. When he told me I had Dre Vicious, I was writing. By the time he called me and said he was backing out, I was in my 3rd round of writing. And it was like, what the fuck am I writing for if I'm gonna be having niggas that's gonna be backing out on me? Like, that shit not cool. But I said, nevertheless, I'm gonna still grind. So I ended up taking another battle that same day. I had a battle May 2nd. I ended up fast forwarding it to March 14th because I knew I couldn't go out there. At the same time, I couldn't go out there anyway because I'm on parole. I can't fly to Cali on parole because if I get caught up in the airport, they sending me to prison. I'm not supposed to leave the state of Michigan.
Right, I remember you mentioned
and
that.
that's what I was trying to let Brad understand is I know that you don't get paid as a PG. I know niggas put their work in or whatever, but like nigga, you ain't did shit for me. And he tried to make it seem like all the shit I done done for you. Like that's what he said. All the shit I done did for you. I said, nigga, you didn't do shit for me. You didn't pay me for none of my battles. You didn't pay for none of my travel. You didn't pay for my room. You didn't pay for nothing. Like nigga, when I had to hustle and work and stack up on my checks and shit like that to make sure I made it to Tampa, Florida for my 242 battle. On the way to Tampa, Florida, I got flicked in Bowling Green, Ohio. You ain't pay for that ticket. If I would have got locked up, you wouldn't have paid for no fucking bail, and you didn't do nothing for me while I was down there. When I went to Cleveland, you didn't do shit for me. I scraped up my own cheese and paid for my own travel, my own room, my own everything. Same shit when I battled Anubis in Atlanta. That was a one-off. That was the indication that I graduated from the PGs.
Right.
Now I'm on the one-offs. You feel me? And I beat the fuck out of Anubis. Clear.
I heard that was very good battle. Matter of fact,
And
I think I see
I didn't get compensated for that. I didn't get paid for that battle. They already told me I wouldn't get paid. They was just like, it's against Anubis. It should be a good look. It's a one-off. It's a step up. Okay, I guess that means I shouldn't get paid for my work, but all right, I still got my own shit, and I still came through, and I came home. But all I'm saying is to say I'm still on parole. I get off parole March 30th. Okay. So that's in like 5 days. So salute to that. But at the times, I'm risking my freedom for my battle rap career. And that shit, it's not about it going unnoticed. But when you start talking about other shit that's not even as important as that, I gotta shed light on that. Oh, what you done for me? You mean the sacrifices I made for myself? You got me fucked up.
And I want to interrupt you. You, my co-host Shy Brown and No Debate Ray. I just want to make sure they Pirahna.
Salute. What's up, Shy? What up, Ray? What up?
What's going on, man?
Yeah. So go ahead. I just wanted to make sure I introduced them to you.
No, they might have wanted to say something. Go ahead, man. I said enough.
Right no, I'm still catching up on the situation, man. Look, like I said, not because you from Michigan and I'm from Michigan, but I do like your stuff, man. I've seen some of your battles, and it's a shame that you have to go through all of this stuff, especially coming out of your money to get whatever looks that you're trying to get. And then on top of that, the only thing somebody got to say is, I've done this for you and I've done that. And then looking at the evidence, you haven't really done nothing but just provided a damn camera. If that was the case, you could have went to your homeboys to provide a camera and all of that.
We're gonna keep it all the way 1,000. Brad ain't did shit for me. Norbes did. Norbes booked my battle versus 242. He booked my battle versus Stretch Mills. He booked my battle versus Anubis. Brad didn't come out of pocket or nothing for none of them battles. Brad didn't do shit for me.
Right.
Nothing.
And this is very common. This is very common for a lot of PJs.
Huh?
Now I was saying the story that I'm hearing from you, I hear from other guys that was going through the PGs. It's kind of like a very common thing. They take care of their travels, their rooms, and everything like that. I don't see a couple of PGs guys that basically they have to make sure they battle their day so they can get back home. Like it's a crazy situation. What a lot of you guys do, to get on that platform. It sucks that y'all gotta go through that.
You don't understand that shit. Like I don't talk about that shit because it's something I'm supposed to do. So I don't like when niggas complain about shit that they already supposed to do. I'm supposed to write. They don't understand that shit take 3 different energies. One to write, one to memorize, and one to perform, and not fuck up while you perform. So you can guarantee you get booked again. Them 3 different energies. That's outside of me having to worry about my own travel, booking, where I'm asleep and shit like that. Like that. Like get the fuck out of here. You did what for me? You didn't do nothing for me.
Now Brad had said, because like I told you, I definitely had to, basically see what all this was about, because like I said, I have artists that I do business with Brad with, and of course I do media. You know what I mean? Certain things I don't put out there, but in this case, I do. I have to do my due diligence on both sides, but from the, that's what you said in the live too, as far as, you know, Norbs was basically looking out for you or whatnot. But Brad was basically, he made a point to me that he had and about you being on parole too. But he did say something in regard to a rental or something that he got for you that he didn't, that was not paid back. And he said that you told him that you could fly to LA. Those are two of the things that he said to me.
What?
Earlier. That he did, that basically he was saying that in regard to you saying that he has not looked out for you. He said that he had told me, he was like basically that there was a rental or whatever that he got for you at some point that wasn't paid back, and that you had actually told him in regard to the parole, you had actually told him that you could fly out to LA for the event.
Nah, hell no.
Well, I'm just telling you what he said. So, you know, just to, you know, just that's what he said as far as that.
No.
But like I said, either way, I do understand how you feel about, like, but I mean, if and he had told me too, after, now they because I felt like I said, after I'm sure you got peeped just as well as some fan told you in regard to what battle you were supposed to have. You know good and well everybody was going to go back and say their piece about what you had to say on your live. And so even then, you know what I mean? So even then, when it came back to from my understanding, when it came back to P, they went and P went and called different battlers. He called a few different battlers because from my understanding, the names that you wanted, like you said earlier, maybe you may have thought that they would be above you, but because you've been here, like you said, you should be getting bigger names. So they asked Riggs, they asked Squeako, the Kid Chaos. There was a couple of other names he told me, and some did not know you, or some just said no.
That's bullshit.
How do you feel about that though? Okay.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. The reason why it's bullshit is because when I was on the phone with P and Brad last night and it was talking about the tournament, every time I brought up a name or even thought of somebody, they kept shooting it down because they was a part of the tournament. I said, Aesop Mean. They said he a part of the tournament. And after the tournament, he got B Magic. Who else? Everybody I could think of that was even worth battling was a part of the tournament. So they were shooting it down regardless. They didn't say shit about no Kid Chaos because they already let it be known. You don't even think about nobody that's a part of the tournament. So that's why I say that's bullshit. Grant, and in the same token, I'm not in the tournament.
Right.
I'm not even in the tournament. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, I just think they used to niggas.
I guess because I feel
I'm being 100 right now. I think they used to niggas kissing their ass and going for whatever they throw in their face. I think Brad they play good cop, bad cop. P is the bad cop. Brad is the good cop. He the one who try to talk to you smoothly and finesse you and throw all these incentives and it's gonna be here and smack hosting and you get paid. This and it's got 300 people in the crowd, and he try to sauce the shit up and make it sound good so you can consider it. And then P is the one with the last say so. Like at the end of the day, you either gonna take the battle or not, and that's how it was presented to me. And I was like, in the middle of that shit, like y'all approach ain't 100. I ain't never had this problem till today. What the fuck is going on?
Right.
And they had a problem with me having a problem with that. So I was like, all right, fuck y'all. And I meant it.
So at this point, and shout out Thesis. Thesis basically said, he said, I'm not gonna hold you. Pirahna has a lot of decent points. He said, but it does go back to someone's gonna always be there to take the spot that you won't. How do you feel about that?
Of course, that's what they said. That's what Pete said last night. He said, if you don't take the DG to Pirahna battle, this the URL, man. The show must go on. Basically, we don't fucking need you. And when he said, like, P just kept saying a bunch of slick ass shit, and I could tell that he was trying to test me. He was trying to see if I was gonna react or raise my voice or something. Every time I replied to him, I was talking to him normally, but I was still saying, I would say fuck you or fuck that. I use cussing words without no emphasis. I just say it normally just to let it be known, like, hey, I'm not emotional. This is how this was how I feel. Shit, nigga. Like, y'all got me fucked up.
How is
Brad
oh, go ahead.
rubbed me the wrong way when he called me in regards to booking me for Gnome 10 weekend versus Dre Vicious again. Why are you calling me about a nigga that backed out on me the first time? Then you want me to do it, and I told you I got a battle May 9th. I guess Gnome 10 was supposed to be May 9th. And the day before that, they was doing a card. He wanted me to battle the day before that. I said, I'm not battling May 8th in Oakland versus Dre Vicious and then flying back to Detroit to battle in a 2-on-2 battle the next day. I can't do it. He said, call the league owner and tell them to push it back. I said, they already sent us deposits. And even if they didn't, why would I tell it? Why would you even expect me to do some shit like that? Then he said, all right, well, if you ain't going to do it, I'm going to call G-Lo personally and tell him to tell the league owner to push it back because we need you on this card versus Dre Vicious. I said, it's not that serious. And ain't no fucking way Chef Trez and G-Lo about to return their deposits or tell that league owner that we pushing our battle back so Pirahna can battle Gnome 10 weekend. That's just because if you call me telling me to tell the league owner to push the battle back so G-Lo can battle Gnome 10 weekend, I'm gonna look at you dumb as fuck. I'm not about to take no money out my pocket and my partner pocket for him to have a battle on Gnome 10 weekend. It's not my fault, nigga. It's not my fault y'all didn't book me in advance. I'm sorry.
Quick question. When they offered you the Gnome 10 battle, because you said you got paid for the 2-on-2. So when they offered you the Gnome 10 battle, was they offering you any money or they was just like just a look?
It didn't matter. I ain't give a fuck.
No.
Who the
I
opponent was,
know.
or
I'm
how much
just
money we
asking.
getting.
I'm just asking, just like for. I'm just
No,
asking just for
he
my
said
memory.
they would. He said they was gonna pay me and pay for my travel, but he never said no price.
Oh,
Mm.
but I
Yeah,
don't.
but regardless, I'm committed to a battle May 9th, so it's
No.
it's
I
nothing
know,
to
I
think
understand
about.
that because that was about to be my next point. I just wanted to ask that question because I was listening to you earlier on when you said they wasn't paying you anything. They was just having you fly out and you were spending your own money. So that's why I was actually asking. But
Yeah,
I
I
do
was
agree with
driving
your
to all my battles because I had to drive. I can't fly,
right,
so like when I get off the road, I can fly. So I'm gonna still be driving to most of my battles, depending, but I'm gonna fly too. So
right.
like, because I
But
do
one
like
thing,
driving, I like bringing my support. I like to be able to move around how I want to move around. So sometimes I will drive.
right. I will say this though, like I think it is kind of this is that whole let me bully the small out of the way because it's like okay if you already got that's your home league wherever league you battling at in Detroit that's basically that's home that's home field for you or whatever so it's like if somebody telling you oh yeah you need to go ahead and tell them to push their stuff out the way it's like no that's not about to happen this is what I'm doing right here so you got to respect that or you gonna have to move around that so what is it that we gonna do I think if this is something that they're doing, this is just my opinion. If this is something that they're doing, like somebody in the higher ups need to holler at them about how they moving, because it can't be not everybody that's saying the same thing over and over again. What these guys are doing, and I don't know these gentlemen from Adam, but I'm saying if every battler that's been coming in lately has been saying the same things over and over again, then could it be that it's something that the higher ups don't know? And if the higher ups do know, it's like, okay, what kind of business practices are y'all really practicing here? Because it's like now you're trying to sit up here and tell these new guys, oh, you could possibly become the next big thing, but you might have to go ahead and you know take this bullshit that we throwing your way for whatever for
And
forever how long.
it was fucked up because Brad was like practically begging me, like, yo, take the DG to Pirahna battle. All you gotta do is have performance of the night and you good. And I'm like, how you expect me to bank on having performance of the night when these niggas already got their eyes and ears set on certain niggas? I'm being put in an all or nothing situation. It's supposed to be 2-day event, a Survivor Series. He told me it was going to be 6 battles on day 1, 6 battles on day 2. That's 12 battles, meaning 24 fucking battle rappers. Out them 24, what is a guarantee that I'm going to be in the top 3 or 4 battle rappers they looking for out that weekend? When they already got eyes and ears set on certain niggas. Mind you, I go in that bitch and snatch my respect anyway. But the fact that you put me in a gambling situation opposed to a win-win is it don't sit right with me, considering all the work I've been putting in for myself.
Here's my thing. I guess because, okay, I'm looking at it from a managerial point of view. If I'm your
got a manager
right?
too. I should have just initially had them talk to my manager instead of talking to me. But I was really curious to hear what P had to say, considering he booked the battle without my permission.
I feel you, but you
like it's like everybody looking past that. How the fuck do you book a battle without a battle rapper's consent? Mind you, this the URL we talking about. This ain't a small league, because that's a mistake a small league owner would do, thinking he knows some shit. The URL don't do no shit like that.
This ain't the first time. The first time, bro.
They do, but that's what I'm telling you, Pirahna. I'm telling you, you sitting here. This may be your first time knowing who I am or meeting me, but do understand? I'm in this. I am in this, and when I'm speaking to you, I'm telling you. You're not the only one going through something like that. However, as I was saying, from a managerial point of view, you definitely should have had P talking to your manager. And you got to understand that, I mean, because even, like I said, even with me and my clients, Brad has always been like, no, I'm calling winged or whatever the case may be. We've never had that issue. I do have it with P at times, but I do, I sometimes I allow my people to deal with certain things like you tried to do. And then when they're tired of it, they'll call me. But from a managerial point of view, I have a 2-part question, because before Ray made his comment, I really wanted to know in terms of URL, because somebody makes a very good point. Corey Brooklyn says, go where you're wanted and respected. My thing is with URL, is this something that you just really wanted to do? I mean, as far as URL, because some guys are like, it's URL or nothing for me.
Yeah, no, it's the URL. That's what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for RBE. I didn't sign up for King of the Dot. I signed up for URL. If I can't live out that dream, then I don't want to have nothing to do with it. I don't have to do nothing about it.
Now, living out that dream, like you said, Brad wanted you to do, wanted you to do the Survivor Series. But like you said, he wanted, the DG battle, not necessarily Survivor Series, the DG battle in the Survivor Series.
No, it was Survivor Series. When Brad called me, it was about Survivor Series.
Oh, okay.
I found out I told you, I found out through a fan that I had DG the Pirahna. P didn't tell me, nor did Brad. I found out through a fan. How am I finding out through a fan that I got a battle with?
So that part I get why you would be upset about that. Going forward and then how the whole conversation, how that went, I get all of that. But in essence, like you said, it's 6 winners, 6 losers, or what have you. Battle rap is gladiator school. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I guess my whole thing with the two, only the strong and then Survivor Series, I look at them as the same thing. You still are going to have a winner and a loser. I get what you're saying in terms of you have 6 people, and then of course it's the favoritism. But I feel like you have somebody on your side that's trying to get you through. Does that make sense? So even if P hadn't seen your work or whatever the case may be, I listen to what people say, but more so what they don't say. And a lot of that conversation, from what P was saying, he talks a lot. He does. You know what I mean? He talks a lot. But from a lot of what he was saying, regardless of the fact, he was going off of Brad's word. So I say all that to say, you taking Survivor Series and basically doing what you needed to do in that, because it seems like that Brad or whoever is trying to level you up, you taking that and killing it, even if you didn't make it in that Survivor Series, there's going to be other things that you can still do or to level up. That's just the way I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? Right. I can understand the conversation kind of got to where you were just like, you know what, fuck it. I get it. Because one of my battlers is going through that right now. But in hindsight, I guess for a lot of people who were earlier on the live felt like, why didn't you want to take this battle? And like you said, book it anywhere. I'll take it. But
this is what I mean about. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was pretty much done. Go ahead.
This is what I mean about things making sense for me and my brand. Mm-hmm. I just told you after this coronavirus shit is over, I got 4 battles that I'm locked with. Mm-hmm. So I gotta wait till them leagues reach out to me like, yo, this is the new date, all of this extra shit, right?
Right.
We ain't gonna get the Survivor Series like y'all think we is. It don't matter who they call from.
Right.
I gotta handle these 4 projects before we could even think about a Survivor Series. And one of those projects is against Prep on the URL. So if I have a breakout performance versus Prep where I clearly beat that nigga, why would it? It really don't make sense for me to be on Survivor Series then. Mm-hmm. Like shit like that, and I'm like, y'all want me to add to my work? Y'all want me to add a 5th battle to my workload? Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna do it.
You got a point. You got a point because Prep, regardless if people love or hate Prep is past the PG class. Prep has been on the main stage before. So if you beat Prep, it will not make no sense to take 2 steps back and go to the Survivor Series to fight for a spot. It wouldn't make no sense at all. Now, if somebody would try to do the logical thing and say, well, Prep is not one of them dudes that he used to be no more, then my question would be, then why are you booking Prep? Because if he's not one of them dudes no more, you can't, like, here's the thing. You can't say, okay, we're going to put you in this battle versus Prep, but then turn around and say, well, you still got to go through the Survivor Series. That's not going to make sense. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to either they're going to step on their own tongue with the situation that they're trying to sell. Because it's like, okay, well, you beat Prep. Okay, well, Prep is not one of them dudes. You still got to go through the Survivor Series. Okay, then why did you book me against Prep then if he's not one of them dudes in your eyes? You know?
See, Prep had a breakout performance and then turned around and ended up getting Cuban.
And you know what? And to me, that I never understood okay, I'm going to say this. From the new PG class starting with Prep till now, I never understood the booking because the booking started to become
PG
very weird.
Before Prep PG class. I said my PG class was before Prep PG class.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, see, and that's because that's the other part of it too. Pirahna, do you feel like, because like you said, you had that PG in 2000, it was 14, right? Right. Okay. And then we 13, 13. I'm sorry. We looking at what? 2000. Okay, through 2013. So 7 years later, like you said. And then of course you had battles in between, and now you're back at the URL. Are you feeling like, hey, I don't have to work my way back up, or I should be able to start where I left off?
I felt like that before I got back on the PGs. And I was like, what about my PG from back then? They was like, well, the least we could do is start your process over. I said, that's cool. So that's how I ended up with 242. They said, do another PG. That's how I ended up with Stretch Mills. They said, no more PGs. You at one-off status. That's how I ended up with Anubis. Okay. They said, ain't no more one-offs. You on the main stage. That's how I ended up with Prep. Mm-hmm. I think the Survivor Series shit is only because of the transition from NORBES to P.
Well, I think I agree with that to a degree. I think it's more so just the transition with URL, because
It's the transition.
even with you, it was like I've been talking about, and no disrespect to you, but I've been talking about the cats in limbo. Y'all were in limbo. It's so many of y'all to where they don't even know what the hell to do. And I guess that's when, like you said, now you're at the main stage level with when it comes to prep. I'm just looking at the fact that nobody knows what to do. I felt like Norbs had a good thing going with the Midwest moving you guys forward. However, once everything changed or whatever, it's still guys, like, even if you want to put it in the Norbs and P category, it's still guys. It's more guys in the P category, to where them niggas is just in limbo. Even the mid-tier guys, because they started to fall off, we're in limbo. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
There are some that got grandfathered in, is from what I'm understanding. There are PGs that got grandfathered in, that got shot to the tournament. And then of course there's guys that they felt like, okay, they should be here, but they shouldn't, because from my understanding, Ishmula is in the goddamn Crucible. And I'm really pissed off about that. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? So that's why when I'm hearing certain things, and like I said, prep definitely, if that's the route to go. But again, like you said, it's just so many aspects to this. I get what you're saying, and I felt like that was cool as far as the Survivor Series. But I'm also looking at the fact that, like you said, I can't really decide to do nothing right now, because I do have these other plates, commitments that I need to handle, and Corona just fucked up everything for everybody.
And one of them plays Danny Myers, so I really gotta lock in on that. I'm not thinking about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got Maj. That's a 3-round battle. You know, he not a super known nigga, but it's in the Rochester, New York. So he at his hometown on his home league. It's for 3 rounds. That's a big battle for me. For me to be battling somebody at their house on their league for 3 rounds. Then I got Prep for 3 rounds. And then I got Danny Myers for 1 round. And then I got a 2-on-2 versus Chef Trez and G-Lo for 1 round. So them all different projects, them all different energies. I can't play with Danny. I've never done a 2-on-2. So my mental for that, I got to be locked in. Then I got a partner to consider. So it's like I can't do shit else. I can't take no other bookings. It ain't just the UR. It wasn't just Brad. It was just, if you expect me to take any bookings, make it make sense. Because some people are willing to add to their workload or figure things out if it makes sense. The shit didn't even make sense. And the fact that you telling me, like I told y'all, I got 4 battles, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they telling me I got a 5th battle.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even tell me. I found out through a fan. How do I find out through a fan I got a 5th battle?
He got to take that on. I mean, you know, I'm
there. No, what he really got to take on the chin that really bothered me is when he told, it wasn't even the fact that he told me that he heard about me, but he didn't watch my battles. Because that's some rude shit to say. But what really fucked me up is when he was like, everything you've done under Norbes is obsolete. And I think he said that because of the transition to P through Brad. And it was like, what the fuck you mean all my work is obsolete? He said that verbatim. Like, you don't tell no nigga everything. You basically say everything I did is obsolete. Because to some niggas, only the URL count. You telling me not even the URL shit I done did count. So
how
I know what I did on other leagues.
He can't tell you that if you're on Survivor Series. He couldn't. I mean,
wait.
Go ahead.
How the fuck?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's crazy.
How
though.
the fuck are you a scout and you never watched nobody battles? First of all, like, how are you a scout for talent and you say, "Well, I ain't never watched your battles before"? What kind of dumbass shit is that? That's first of all, and then second of all, how can you sit up there and tell somebody, "Oh, everything you've ever done is obsolete"? So let's hypothetically say P came to somebody and he was trying to do business with him. and he bring all of the stuff that he's done for the URL to the table and say, this is all I've done. And the person look at him and say, yeah, well, I mean, everything you've done is obsolete. None of this shit don't mean nothing to me. He'll look at them like they done sat up there and said something wrong. So why would you sit up there and say that to another artist, first of all? And why would you, if you are a scout, why would you even say, I never seen none of your battles? That's the dumbest shit on the fucking planet to even say.
That's what I said.
All right, I'm done.
You know what? Again, I cannot speak to, and I'm not even gonna try, because as a manager, I mean, you know, I keep it a buck. It's not, you know what I mean. I can't. Like I said, I get it. All I can, like I said, that was my biggest thing in regard to this is what you miss. Basically, bad business and how you speak into battlers by P. He, you know, shit. Pirahna got a point. I mean, that's just like somebody telling you, you know, like he said, basically everything, the Norbes and P shit. Let's just put it, you know what, fuck it. Let's just put it like that. The Norbes and P shit, because I'm not gonna pussyfoot around it. It's not nothing new. It's unprofessional. And since this transition, it's made it uncomfortable for certain battlers. You have Pirahna.
It's not a transition with me. I talked to Norbes this morning. It's not for an hour.
No. We had a good talk. Transition with URL as far as the crew.
Oh yeah. They transition. Yeah. I'm not going from Norbes to P like Brad tried to make happen last night. That whole approach, for that to be my first encounter with P over the phone, like that was a fucked up impression. Like it shooed me away, and I was just trying to. I don't think P knew who I was. I could say that maybe he abusing his authority because he feel like he got power now. Then I could say maybe it's because he don't know me. He really haven't seen my battle. He really don't know me. He might think that I'm just any battle rapper, or I'm like I'm supposed to just follow suit, and I wasn't going for that shit.
But still, even if he didn't know your battles, he still, as a scout, should have been looking up your stuff.
Okay, Nestor, he's not a scout. He does a whole hell of a lot more. You are right, but he does act as a scout as well. They now have certain scouts which they've now put in place. We get it. Okay, I'm trying to. Nestor, I get where you're coming from, but you know, I mean, pretty much.
Okay, wait. Okay, so P is not a scout. So,
no, he's not. I thought you knew that.
Explain to me. Hold on. Explain to me exactly what he is. Because if you're booking,
stop. You guys don't have to get your information right. I get what you're trying to say. No, he's not a scout. He does a whole hell of a lot, but ain't nobody dick riding over here. He does act as a scout. So at the end of the day, what he's saying is that this is the person who came. We'll do all the follow up later. I'm just trying to let the man say his piece and whatever the case may be. If motherfuckers don't know what P do by now, you've been over a tree or under a tree or whatever. I mean,
I'm under a tree because I don't know what the nigga do. So that's why I'm asking.
I mean, he does scouting, but my point to that was what
he does do a little bit of scouting.
Pirahna's question or Pirahna's statement about P not knowing his battles. P has actually said on Norbes' show last Survivor Series, where he was more so scouting. He is multifaceted. Most of us know that. Ray, you don't, my bad. Most of us know that though. However, P did say that he does not watch, he wasn't watching other region battles. But this is why he has other people on the staff that basically.
It's not even that he didn't watch my battles. I don't think you understand that that is a problem. My problem is when he said, I've heard about you, but still never watched your battles. If you tell me about somebody and you send me a link in my inbox, you're like, yo, watch this battle. This dude fired. That mean I heard of him. And for me to say I haven't watched his battles, that mean I never took Wing's word for it.
Right.
She inboxed me some shit for no reason. You can't say you heard about me. Then you're basically saying a nigga put you up on me and you didn't take their word for it. That was rude as fuck.
The part. Now, see, no, I feel like you said, that's the rude part. And Nestor, I think Nestor just came back. I don't know if he's been watching the whole time. That is the part that Pirahna is saying he felt a way about. As far as, because if he didn't do scouting, you wouldn't have certain people from the DMV area that got put on. So he definitely scouted those people. So it's not that he does not do scouting. He may not be he's not in that position any longer. But in Pirahna's where Pirahna is, he's talking about the business perspective of it. So basically, he's looking at the fact that this is what you said to me, and
this Nestor guy is clearly not listening to nothing you saying, Wayne.
But I think he was going by
he's clearly not listening to the words you saying because I'm the one that's asking the question because I didn't know. I did not know. I was trying to get the information, and then I confused a little bit what Pirahna was saying because I was trying to figure out something. Pirahna didn't say that P was a scout. Wing didn't say that P was a scout. I was assuming that off of what I heard. I'm asking that question. And it's like he don't want to listen to that. He want to get in the comments and want to argue back and forth time on some. Oh, y'all ain't listening to what I'm saying. I'm not doing this with y'all. Y'all need to watch Champion. If I'm asking questions, clearly as I never seen the Champion episode, so somebody fill me in. If you don't want to fill me in, then what are you in the comments trying to argue with everybody for?
Right, because as Thesis said, as Bills just said, I mean, you got to understand. I mean, the wording of whatever, P has scouted and so has Norbs. Both of them are in different positions now. Some people, they can scout and continue to scout, but you can't scout all of America. You see what I'm saying? So you can't say that, no, he's not a scout because, yes, he does scout. And
okay, wait. Just answer this one question. Have he scouted a battle for me? Yes. A battle at all? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, let's go on to the next subject then, because I don't know what he's talking about.
Yes.
Okay, then there's nothing else to talk about, man. Let's go on to something else.
What he's saying is how do you scout talent but don't even watch it?
That's all he was saying, Nestor. That's Pirahna is saying.
And that was the question that I was asking too. So yeah, let's go on to something else.
That's like if I walk in the store and they could be like, "You Pirahna, yo, you fire. I heard about you, but I ain't never watched any of your battles." Like what? No, you defeated the purpose of saying you heard of me. What do you mean?
That's not what if I heard he was somewhere else. We trying to. That's their.
If I heard of somebody, if you put me up on somebody, I'm going to go listen to it or go watch it because I trust your judgment. You knew you wouldn't even have sent me the link if it wasn't nothing worth watching or listening to.
Okay, now I just read
all. To say he heard of me and never watched my shit, ain't no telling how long ago he's heard of me. Let's say he heard of me a few months ago. You still haven't watched my shit from the few months ago that you heard of me? I feel some type of way.
So this is what you got, Kels and you got Bills on the live right now. So what Kels is saying, what Kels is basically saying is that Norbs and P have two different ways that they are two different processes. She said, I'm sure Norbs didn't know all of the guys under P either, to be fair. Bill says P has scouts because his responsibilities is far more than that. Right. So, and that's pretty much what I was saying. No, he doesn't do that anymore. And again, their processes are different. Brad, being when he was still over with Norbs, did a lot of the scouting. So that's where you came in. And that's why I said, just kind of homing on in this situation where Brad may have now, his responsibilities have changed. And he is now, like I said, I hate using the Norbs and P analogy, but if this is, this is what it is, because this ain't the first battler that said that. I feel like, and what I will attribute to that is Norbs has certain events that he does, and P has events that he does. So I don't look at it, because if you look at it, Swamp, Sweeko, Riggs, all of them went from Red Dot PGs over to Band Legacies. You see what I'm saying? So that's it, just looking at it from that aspect. When you go to moving up, That's just kind of, and then of course Norbs does the band Legacies or Born Legacies. I'm sorry, Born Legacy. You can't really say that that's Norbs and P, because at the end of the day, Born Legacy has already been a URL event. You feel me? So that's, and then of course Survivor Series is what P was doing, and also ultimately it's like I said, it's the shit is for the fans. Like E just said, it gets frustrating because y'all get caught up in the loop, whatever politics are there. But at the end of the day, with how everything is being scouted and done, that's where the bullshit comes in.
Yeah, I just know I ain't gonna never do no business with P or Brad.
So Bill says Squeako and Riggs was originally back at Bullpen Riggs was, but he declined. So then I don't know what other PG Riggs did or Squeako other than Red Dot, and I thought that was Norbs. But see, again, that's where the Norbs and P analogy comes in. All the different credits, shit, a PG is a PG. So whoever wants to take credit, by all means. I'm looking at where I was, where I saw the PGs at. You know, I all that extra, I don't really care. But that's the problem, Bills, and this is why he's talking about this now. For y'all who just came in to the live, we'll start over. But we got a show in an hour. He has before. What is? I'm not sure. I missed Jamal's comment, but basically, Pirahna is saying he is not liking the way he was handled.
Jamal's comment was, but did Norbs tell a battler that he was fired without watching them? That was Jamal's comment, and somebody said Jamal, he probably has.
Bill said he wants you to holler at him after the live. But I mean, Norbs has told people things. I mean, I've heard or whatever. Like you said, as a man, you felt away. Is that fair? As a man, you felt like, damn, how you gonna just come at me this way?
I even explained to him like how I was making sure I was straight for my travel and all of that, for the PGs and the one-off and all of that shit. And I'm like, I don't risk my freedom for this shit. So I take my brand and my craft serious. And right now, I don't feel like you take my brand just as serious as I do. So I don't even want to do business with nobody who don't got that same energy for me that I got. That's what I said. And he didn't do shit but make it worse and prove that he didn't have my best interest at heart. And he didn't have that same energy for me that I got for myself. Why do I want to? If we talk a Survivor Series and I'm getting paid and all of this, that means a contract is to come about. I don't even want to sign shit because I know when y'all sending me that contract to sign, I know I'm going to read through it because I don't skim through shit. I'm going to read through it and I know it's going to say something I don't want to see. Just based off the talk we had last night. I don't even want to sign no contract with y'all.
But you do know there's a performance contract and there's a sign to URL contract, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So even with a performance contract, that's just you. I mean, well, I know pretty much everywhere my girls or guys go, there is a contract. That's just, to me, if it ain't no contract, it ain't real. You see what I'm saying? Right. If there's no contract deposit, then it ain't going down. And that's just you adhering to the performance. So, you know, I get what you're saying, but it's going back to Bill's basically saying, as far as watching PGs, Norbs, he's saying Norbs does not watch PGs at all. And not for nothing, I'm gonna tell you this much. Like I said, I've done a lot of business with Brad, and most of the PGs, Brad is the one who has watched them. Back in the day when you came in,
I don't know what another nigga do on his own time.
You talk to Brad a lot, right? So you kind of like, that's just what I know.
No, I'm saying whoever said that Norbes don't watch PGs, he could be on his phone at home right now watching the PG. How the fuck you know what he doing on his own time? That's what I'm saying. How do they know this? You don't live with this man. Like, while we talking right now, he could be watching a PG. You wouldn't even know.
I don't disagree with what you saying, Pirahna. It's a comment I just read I disagree with, but I'm not about to get into it.
Where are we at? Which comment? Go ahead.
And
the comment where they said people don't understand once you get a certain level, we can't watch everything. I disagree with that comment.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Jerry Jones is a billionaire, and I bet you he know every damn thing that goes on with the Dallas Cowboys. Same thing with Robert Kraft. See, this is the thing. People try to use that. People try to use this growth in business or being a business personnel or getting a certain status as I don't know what's going on no more. I'm too big to know what's going on. That's bullshit. If you choose to be complacent to the point that you want to play blind, that's how your business will burn down to the fucking ground. I'm not trying to hear no bullshit about once you get a certain level, then you don't no, because it's billionaires out here that literally knows everything that's going on in their damn company. So for you to sit up here and tell me that a small millionaire company like URL don't know what the hell going on and they personnel, I ain't buying that shit, man. I'm not buying it.
Shell says, and that's correct. She said everything that you're doing basically needs to be in writing. So I agree there. So I get where you're coming from because you're skeptical, but it does need to be in writing, for sure. Bills is saying that he's saying this because he used to scout for the PGs. He used to scout for Norbes on the PGs. And Thesis, you just crazy.
He just threw out an astronomical. No, what did he say? 400,000 battle. Okay, man. URL have 400,000 battlers under their bracket. Okay, let's go on to something else. I don't have time. Look, I don't have time for somebody to say, "Oh, it's 20 teams and 400,000 battlers." Show me a list of 400,000 battlers URL have under their bracket, and I'll take everything back I said. Don't do pretend astronomical numbers if we talking facts here, man. Come on now.
But I know for a fact that there are teams, and that's why I was saying that to Pirahna. Ultimately, there are teams that do this as far as the battlers are concerned, and bring it like, oh, you know what? Let's go back to the Crucible. That I will use that as an example. There are scouts for the Crucible who have brought these names. It wasn't P.
No, hold on.
It wasn't. It was the scouts. Those are the people who are doing the work. The new position that I'm going into, I do the scouting for that. That hasn't been announced yet, but I'm doing the scouting for that. So, like I said, I could see where they're coming from, and I can see where Pirahna is coming from. All he's saying is as a man, this shouldn't have been said to him that way.
Yeah, that delivery was atrocious.
That's at the end of the day, as a man, as a human being. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I know the whole conversation. I just don't. It ain't for everybody. Like,
right.
Like,
no, but what the part that you did say, you don't have to go there. You don't have to go there. The part that you did say was enough as far as for you to be like, hold up, really? So I mean, nobody can take that from you. Presentation is everything.
Norbes was a scout. Norbes still scout. Like, Norbes scouted, which is how I got my first PG. Norbes scouted, which is how I got my PG verse 242 after I got out of prison. Scouting is when you go to these other leagues and you're scouting talent. I've seen Norbes at plenty of different types of leagues, hosting and scouting the talent there. Like, that's what scouting is. I don't see Pete going.
Norbes used to be in the thick of it. A lot of people don't remember that, but Norbes used to really be in the thick of it back then. People can make all the jokes they want about Norbes now, but if you looked at some of them old smaller league battles, Norbes was there, and Norbes was there and he was scouting live. But I want to say this: I'm not acting like running the league is a walk in the park. But if you're sitting up here acting as if you don't know what's going on with your own personnel, or at least the people around you, or you don't even know what's going on at all, then you're sitting up here, you faking the funk, you're faking the funk to everybody that whatever job you're doing is so essential and busy that you don't know what's going on. Come on now. Like, come on, for real.
Let me say this. Bills, you kind of making this argument though, as far as like he's saying, tell me the last battler that Norb scouted that made the main stage. But see, that's what I'm trying to get away from, is the fact that
are we trying to get away from that when niggas know Norbs is responsible for a lot of niggas that's on the main stage? Why are we straying away from facts? Everybody want to talk about P this, P that, but they not talking about how Norbs put twerk on. They not talking about how Norbs didn't put a lot of niggas on. It's battle rappers to this day in the middle of their interview that ain't even about Norbs, and they'll slip in that bitch like, yeah, shout out Norbs. Norbs did this for me, or Norbs did it. Like, they give him his big ups, or they salute him on some random shit because it's real. Niggas know the truth. You just saw Cortez say the shit. Like, it's not like I don't get it, bro. I think it's a favoritism thing, and I don't want to be caught in the crossfire of that shit. It's this P versus Norbs.
And I agree with you.
I don't want to be in the middle of that shit. I don't want my career to be at the expense of that shit. Like, that's whack as fuck.
Yeah, that was a horrible sword to fall on, Bills. Like Twerk and Geechee, the people whose battles just dropped today were scouted by Norbs, bro.
Come on, man. Like, P ain't doing no shit like that.
Hold on, because let's go back to, but here's the thing. Let's go back to the point that you made about scouts. So Jazz actually brought Twerk to Norbs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So with the scout thing,
even like if she brought Twerk to Norbs, how many battle rappers have Norbs brought to the table? She can have Twerk. We can all agree that Jazz put Twerk on. Everybody can say that shit. Norbs can say it right now. He can hop on and say Jazz is 110% responsible for Twerk. That's good. What about the other 20, 30, 40, and that ain't no astronomical number of battle rappers that Norbs have fucking put on?
I agree. Oh no, I'm not refuting it. So, I'm not gonna
play like Ill Will.
Can I say
JC, John?
Can I say something?
I can keep fucking going from them niggas. We ain't even talking about nah.
Yeah, it's about to get real ugly if you keep going with this list. I'm gonna keep
Can I say something? Can I say something? I don't know if it's already been said, but can I say something?
Clean paper.
Hold on.
Beat Magic.
All I know.
Wavy.
All I know is as far as with Norbs,
I'm gonna keep going. Like, the fuck?
Hold on, let me just keep my round off. Hold on.
Right now.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this. I don't agree with a lot of shit that Norbs do. Norbs say. I would say this: before all this shit, this battle rap shit became entertainment. When it was fucking battle rap, Norbs was out here. He was hosting. He was scouting. You know what I'm saying? This shit right here, what I'm seeing, this Norbs crew and this P shit, to me, it's really kind of fucked up everything, because now it's really taking away the fun and the basic shit. What we love battle rap. We're supposed to be fucking battle rap, and to hear, not to change the subject, but to hear what Riggs said earlier, that the reason why he's not in the tournament because he's not entertaining. Like, what type of this battle rap shit is going in the wrong direction.
Tell him that he's not in the tournament. If he called my phone and said you in the tournament, and then days later say you no longer in the tournament, and say because you not entertaining enough, I would feel some type of way. I would Riggs.
I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way as a fan, because battle rap is supposed to be fucking battle rap. It's supposed to be bars against bars. You know what I'm saying?
How did you call me and say that I was in the tournament already?
This shit crazy, man. This shit ridiculous.
I didn't do shit to lose my slot. I ain't do nothing to get penalized. You literally took my slot that I was already given from you because I'm not entertaining enough. Get the fuck out of here.
This is the battle rap
if that's how you felt, you should have never called my phone and gave me a slot. I'm in writing mode when you first called my phone because I'm thinking I'm about to win 15,000. Now you saying I'm deprived of that opportunity because I'm not entertaining enough. I'd have been pissed off.
Oh,
So
yeah.
wait, you saying you were in a tournament and then they put you in Survivor
No,
Series?
Riggs
No,
was
no,
in the
Riggs.
tournament.
Yo,
Riggs
yeah,
said he was
Riggs.
Oh,
in the
right.
tournament.
Yeah, Riggs said that
Right.
today
They
on his
called him
live.
back and said, you're no longer in the tournament because you're
Because you're
not
not
entertaining.
entertaining.
That's what P told him. That's some
This shit,
bullshit.
this shit crazy, man. This shit.
If he wasn't entertaining enough, you should have never fucking called him in the first place. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. You don't even tell no nigga no shit like that under those circumstances. That's some shit he should have just told him on GP. You don't tell him that when the marble's on the line like that. That'll discourage a nigga. You're not a fan.
Like
a fan could be like, nigga, Pirahna, you trash as fuck. A fan could go on one of my battles right now and comment a bunch of bullshit. Nigga, this nigga trash. That was basic. That's a fan. I expect a fan to tell me I ain't entertaining. But you pee, nigga. Like, nigga, you ain't supposed to do no shit like that. It's not your position to do shit like that.
I got a question. Is Your Honor in the tournament?
Yep.
Yeah, Your Honor is in the tournament. And he's a favorite to win. He's a favorite to be in the Final Four at least.
I don't see that happening, but all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no. Pirahna has a point. Like, from a lot of posts that I've been seeing, Your Honor is favorite, like, to make it to at least the Final Four.
Well, Kid Chaos, Your Honor, Don Marino, and fucking Fonz is the most I've seen their names more than anybody else. And I've seen Ace Amin name a couple times. Everybody else, I ain't really see their name for real.
I feel some type of way about Ace being in there because he don't went from the PGs and literally to the main stage.
But at the same, like when they was asking me, when they was asking me who I would have had won if outside of Gucci to Pirahna, and they was saying nobody from the tournament. I'm like, what about the niggas that lose in the first round? They ain't gonna no longer be in the tournament, and that tournament is gonna be before Survivor Series. So what's really the holder?
Is Deuce from Florida in the tournament?
He should have been.
No. I talked to Deuce last night and I said the same shit. He should have been there.
Bro, he should have been. He most definitely should have been in there.
Nightwing choked in his last 4 fucking battles in a row and he's in the tournament. That pisses me off.
Wayne, I see you.
It pisses me off. You can have 4 battles in a row and choke.
No, because
it pisses me off. Like, you can watch a Pirahna battle and get through it. You can't watch a Jada Nightwing battle because he can't get through a round without fucking choking. His last 4 battles consecutive in a row, he has choked in each battle, and he gets a slot in this tournament. Ace Amin just battled fucking Swamp and choked every round on Volume 5. Every fucking round. I had 3 of the best fucking showings from a PG that they have ever seen consecutively.
This is crazy, bro.
And I'm not a part of this shit.
This shit is
I ain't
crazy.
even mad that I ain't a part of this shit, but it's just how they playing it. Like, yo, is it about the niggas that's clean? Like, what is it that I'm missing? It ain't like I ain't marketable. It ain't like I ain't got a following. It ain't like I don't do numbers.
Fonz ain't in it either.
Nigga, stop playing.
Fonz not in it. Fonz not in the tournament.
Fonz in it. Fonz better have been in. He the only nigga from the Midwest in it.
So
Pirahna got a bar.
He the only nigga from the Midwest in it.
Pirahna got a bar in his.
Oh Jesus!
My brand solidified. I'm built for the main stage. All my battles, either classes or bags, like plain lays.
Swamp.
I got a lot of fucking quotables, bro. Like, these niggas know what time it is, man. But it's favorites.
That's a Pirahna.
It's favorites.
That's a Pirahna bar.
Listen, I Can Get Back Up was in the talks of Hitman Holla performances.
Jay the Nightwing's in the tournament too, ain't it?
These niggas should.
Yeah, he in the turn. That's
That's what
the
he
first nigga I
said.
said. He choked in his last
you ain't
4
see the
battles.
you ain't see the bracket.
Bruh, I didn't even want to see
Oh
this
my
bracket because I
god.
was
You haven't saw
hearing.
the bracket?
I didn't want to see it, bro, because
Wait,
I
hold
already
on.
knew I was gonna get
Didn't
mad.
you put the bracket in the
I
group?
thought it was
I
fake.
didn't even want to. I didn't see it. I didn't even want
I,
to. I didn't even want to see it, bro,
Somebody put the
because
bracket in the
Wing, you
group.
said you thought it was fair? You thought
I
it was
ain't think.
fair, Wing?
I thought it was fake. I thought it was fake.
Oh, fake. Yeah, I thought it was fake too when I saw a real sick name on there. I thought it was fake too.
I'm gonna put the bracket in the group, man. I'm gonna put the bracket in the group so you can see it, shot.
Yeah, I've heard since then that it is real. But so you know what? You just it's something wrong with him. That's the question that he had to
Like,
you, Pirahna.
go ahead.
Shit.
Why you gotta call him Terrence Howard? He said that basically he can't call shots.
Oh yeah,
What makes you think
shot.
that you
Fucking Swamp. That's my nigga, dog. Like he talk shit. That's where we stand. He talk his shit. Of course he gonna say DG with 30 me. They from South Carolina. Like I'm not gonna debate that. Like that's not even smart. There's nothing I can say that's gonna convince him that his man's want 30. His mind made up.
right?
He done seen me put in my work. That shit just bait. Like I'm not fighting that. But I know what shout out to Swamp. Shit. Swamp know what time it is.
I do want to see you and DJ
Swamp know what time it
battle.
is.
Yeah, but
I mean, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
shot. I'm gonna make sure I put that bracket
in
in the group.
battle. Like I'm not messed up about this battle. I'm really not. So that was really y'all done got a whole bunch of other shit started. Listen. These are my guys. That's what they do.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do. I gotta see this. I gotta see this bracket. I gotta see this bracket.
I gotta go back and see it again. Like I said, at first I thought it was.
When I asked P, I said, P,
I don't understand.
I said, why am I not a part of the tournament? He said, it's a lot of people that feel like they should be a part of the tournament. Just like you, it's Cuban who feel like he should be a part of the tournament. Riggs feel like he should be a part of it. He got the name of other niggas.
Riggs should definitely been in there. Riggs should have been in there.
He got the name of other niggas. And he was like, so if you in there, I gotta put them in there. And I'm like, I said, forget about the tournament because I don't even want you to think that that's my focus. That's not my focus, yo. Y'all didn't call my name, so fucking did. But you called my name for Survivor Series. Call fucking Jay the Nightwing for Survivor Series because this nigga don't know how to stop fucking choking. Don't call me for Survivor Series. As far as I'm concerned, I done had arguably performance of the night on my last 3 fucking URL battles.
On us the hell up out of here. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ain't none of them niggas said shit crazier than that. I can get back up, bro. I said verse 242 in my 3rd round. None of them niggas had a performance greater than that. None of them. Everybody that's on the tournament, none of them niggas had a performance greater than that battle. And that was my first PG back. None of them niggas.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck who you name. None of them.
Yeah, Deshaun, he says Pirahna is not the only artist that feels like this. He said it should have been a 2-day event. I'm not sure which battle he's referring to, but let me ask you this. So going forward, once Corona has left us all the fuck alone, you have 4 battles that you got to do. What's next? I mean, because if the masses feel like, well, like I said, Bills does want you to hit him up. If the masses feel like at the end of the day, they not really trying to mess with you on URL, what are you doing?
Everybody that's protesting for me is for the URL. Everybody is protesting. Mind you, I'm just now saying something. Everything that I'm just now saying has been talked about for the last 2 weeks. I'm just now saying something because I'm actually seeing other people give it. It's a little like more people give a fuck about me than me. So I gotta speak for myself and them. People was protesting for me before I even had it. Like I said, I found out I had DG the Pirahna through a fan. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Like I said, I can't, you know what? Like I said, there is no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that at all. And it's not something that should be kicked to the side. That's the part that, like I said, with Bills and Kels made good points, but with Bills, it's like you got to understand. League owners got to stop talking to every goddamn, or league affiliates got to start talking to every fucking body. They do. Even certain league owners. I agree. Cards get put on blast, and people start lying about who said what when they was the main ones running their fucking mouths. So at the end of the day, no, a fan that obviously that he's cool with should have never called you and been like, yeah, you got DG the Pirahna. There is no excuse for that. And how you felt after that. That's the part that, yeah.
There's no excuse for a lot of the shit P was saying to me. A lot of the shit P was pulling, a lot of shit he was saying. There's no excuse for. I just feel like people either don't want to touch on it because they fuck with them, or they not gonna go too deep into it because they fuck with them. Like, we keeping it 1,000. Like, I don't want to poison P at people. I know he got rapport with different people. I know people look up to him. I know people support him and fuck with him. I don't want to bash him and put him in a negative light for them to stop to make them not want to fuck with him or perceive him a different way. But I'm just telling my side of the story. Like, nigga, I know what the fuck going on with me, and it ain't right. It's bold. So whatever you decide to do from that point, or however you decide to look at that and determine something from that, that's on you. This right. Shit that I'm explaining about P and Brad, this was never for y'all. This was never for this. This wasn't for an interview. This wasn't for Riggs. This wasn't for Don Marino. This was, when I went live, it was for my people. I went live on my personal page. I went live on I didn't go in no group. I went live on my personal. It was for my fans. I'm telling my fans, my friends, my family, people who really looking up to me and banking on me to be in this battle rap world, and I'm letting them know what's going on. So anybody else that chimed in, that ain't even matter to begin with, but everybody got something to say. And I'm like, bro, I ain't got no reason to lie. I wouldn't even I'm a street nigga. I don't put shit on a nigga name if it ain't true, if I can't prove it. They came at me bold as fuck. And all I did was defend myself, and they had a problem with that. I could name 10 things that I had a problem with that they said and did. But they make it seem like the problem they have with me defending myself outweighs that. So it's fuck me. So if it's fuck me, it's fuck y'all. Y'all tried to fuck me and I ain't allow it. What are you talking about? We keeping it 100. That's exactly what it was. There's no way to look at it no other way. That's exactly what it was, and I'm straight. I just said I said I'm not gonna do the bottom line. I'm not battling DG Pirahna on Survivor Series. I'm not taking that battle. He's like, there it is. Then once Brad said, what about Riggs? The nigga P was like, if I call Riggs right now, he'll say he ain't gonna do it. And I said, it's okay for Riggs to say he ain't gonna battle Pirahna, but it's not okay for Pirahna to say he not gonna battle DG to Pirahna. He said, yeah, and I hung up in his face.
Well, like I said, Bills does want you to reach out to him. I'm hoping that this can get resolved. I mean, yeah, stand for something or fall for anything at the end of the day. But
exactly.
We want to see the Pirahna battle. We want to see you and DG. I mean, I'm just saying. But at the end of the day,
I'm DG. I'm not gonna do it on account of P because I hate that to me. Come correct next time. I feel you. Respect me as a man and not try to treat me like I'm any other fucking PG, like I'm any nigga that you expect to just bow down to you because you're in a higher position than me. No, nigga, talk to me with some motherfucking respect. Because when we first got on the phone, he said, I'm going to tell you about me real quick, Pirahna. Some people you might have heard about me. Some people might say I'm an asshole just because I'm blunt. And for that to be your initial introduction with me over the phone, I already knew what the fuck to expect from this conversation. You basically telling me what to expect from you and to be aware, be cautious, nigga. Because throughout this conversation, you might hear a bit of the type of shit you might have heard other people say about me. And that's exactly what the fuck I heard. But it was like extreme because it was too direct for no reason. I ain't did shit to him. I said, what is we even talking for? Only reason why I want to talk to you is because I want to know, why are you booking me versus DG the Pirahna without my knowledge? Why am I finding out through fans that I got a battle? You telling me, how do I have a whole fucking battle out the blue? 3 rounds versus DG the Pirahna in Atlanta on Survivor Series through a fan. You didn't call me, Norbes ain't called me, Brad ain't called me. I found out through a fan. That's not good.
Right.
Then you telling me it's either that or nothing. Then it's nothing. I said it's nothing. You told me DG the Pirahna or nothing. I said nothing. They still had a problem with me saying nothing. Like, what the fuck? You just gonna make me battle? No, nigga, that ain't how this works.
But moving
like you
forward,
said, if you don't stand for nothing, if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And that's what I think they expected from me. And I just wasn't going for that shit. Only reason why the cat was out the bag is because how Brad cut into me like I was a hoe. I feel like these niggas tried to pull my card. I felt like Brad tried to pull my card when he told me to push back a battle I already had locked to go battle another nigga. That's unprofessional. Niggas want to talk about I'm unprofessional for hanging up on P, but that was unprofessional to even expect some shit like that from me. You tried to pull my card. You thought I was a pawn. You thought I was finna call that league owner and say, yeah, that 2-on-2 battle that me and my bro got versus Chef Trez and G-Lo, push that shit back. Matter of fact, cancel it. We'll send y'all deposit back. And I'm expecting 3 other parties that's a part of this 2-on-2 to do the same shit so I can go battle Dre Vicious Known 10 weekend in Oakland. Get the fuck out of here. You expected me to do that, then turned around and said you was gonna call Chef Trez and G-Lo personally and tell them to tell the league owner to push it back. Cause you know I wasn't gonna. That's whole shit. That's not unprofessional. That's not bad. That's whole shit. Where I'm from, that's whole shit. We don't do shit like that. You don't in the streets. Don't do shit like that, bro. I'm a man of my word. And anybody that want to defend them, I should say fuck them because I'm a real nigga.
With these, so like I said, where do you go from here with them? I mean, is it even something that you can talk about?
I'm not dealing with them. I talked to Norbes earlier. I'm dealing with Norbes. I'm not dealing with Pete or Brad. Niggas think Norbes finished. He's not finished. I'm dealing with Norbes. Everybody think Norbes finished. They're gonna be dick sucking him when he come back. I'm telling you. That's what's gonna happen. Everybody kicking Norbes while he down. Nah, they're gonna be on his fucking. Ain't gonna be on his heels when he come back, and it's gonna be sad to see. Like, you tried to test my loyalty. That's how I feel. I feel like them niggas tried to test my loyalty on a few different levels, and I didn't respect that shit because you coming at me incorrect.
Right. No, it's not nothing wrong with that. I mean, in close, glad to hear that because you didn't say that right at first. From here on, let your damn manager handle everything so that you ain't got to worry about this.
Thanks.
And that's so. But now that more people know, like I said, Bills does want you to hit him up. I mean, like you said, you working over here, that's cool. I'm a person that feels like you didn't burn any bridges, but you keep, it's chess. It's never checkers. You know what I mean? You use these outlets to the best of your ability. So if it's something that you can, find a middle ground in, I definitely say to do that. Definitely. If not, then whatever. You know what I mean? For sure.
For the record, anybody expecting me to delete anything as far as my lives or my comments, go eat a dick. I'm not deleting nothing. I said what I said, and I meant what I said. I don't apologize for shit. If I said it, I meant to say it. If I was wrong, I'll admit being wrong, but I'm not going to apologize because I meant to say that. I meant what I meant when I went live. When I went live and I pressed start live video and tapped that shit on my screen, I knew what I was doing. So, no, I don't apologize for that. And I'm not deleting shit. So it's just going to be up. And anybody can watch it. If you feel the need to go watch it and screen record a certain spot and try to twist my words and go in niggas DMs and try to call yourself snitching on me, you want to do that? Go ahead. Just tell the story all the way. Don't omit shit.
Right,
Don't
they
leave
already
certain
did
parts
that.
out.
Yeah, they already did that. This
Because
is,
niggas
but this
already,
is why
I know niggas do dick sucking shit like that, but it's dick sucking. It's dick sucking. You know that this person might not have access to this live, or they might not see this live because P don't be on Facebook like that. P not even my Facebook friend. You know, the only way he would know about this is if somebody brought it to him. And it's like, oh shit, let me bring it to him first. I might even get a PG for it. These niggas is really dick sucked out like that. And they go in these niggas' inboxes and tell them and twist shit up. This nigga Brad hit me up and said, I said some shit about him that I ain't even say about him. And I was like,
right.
Go watch the live for yourself. He said, I don't even want to go watch it. I said, then don't go based off what nobody else said, because I'm not deleting my live. You can go watch it at any point in time.
All facts. But this is why I said, had that conversation with Bills, so that there is no bad blood, because you do have a lot of people that want to be in the middle of situations. So, you know, if you can have a resolve there, that don't mean that you got to deal with them or whoever. If you can have that resolve there, I'm just that person that I feel like resolve is good. People know where you stand from here on in, and hopefully if something comes back, you know how to speak to me going forward. You feel me?
Facts.
That's the way I look at it. So, you know, and again, it alleviates any other bullshit.
Shout out to my merch, my brand. Finesse Mob. More shirts coming soon. Shout out to my brand. First and foremost. I got the video up with Smack holding up my shirt, Smack and Beasley. I made them custom made shirts, and it's like a 2-minute video. Smack basically saying that he honored to have my shirt, and he encouraged other battle rappers to be on this type of time. So I got towels coming after this coronavirus shit coming go. I got towels coming. I'm gonna be giving out towels to any fans of mine. I'm not selling the towels. I'm gonna just give them away. So when I battle that night, I want y'all to shake them bitches or whatever you want to do with them, because I know it's gonna be hot as fuck. So I got towels coming every battle. I'm gonna give out 20 towels every battle I have for free. And I got jogging suits on the way. I got crop tops and leggings for the ladies on the way. I got a lot of shit going. That's what I'm saying. Like when niggas say all the shit I done did for you, like bro, nigga, I've been taking care of myself for quite some time. There's nothing you can show me in battle rap. I made sure I got to all my battles, and you didn't give a fuck if I made it there or not. So don't when you I don't like that shit. Like I'm an adult, bro. Don't even cut into me like that. I got my own business. I make way more money in my own business. I make more money at my job. I make more money in my side hustle than from battle rap. I don't rely on battle rap. So I don't like when niggas try to cut into me and think that's my niche or that's what I'm banking on. Like, oh, bro, now I feel like you're trying to pull my card. Like I'm a broke ass nigga or something. I'm from the D. All I know is hustle. What is you talking about? Get you some business.
Well, tell everybody where they can find
you. Some tax ID numbers.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Get on top of their business. Huh?
Tell everybody where they can find you, your Twitter, your Instagram.
Oh yeah, man, they got me out my spirits because I'm like the coolest nigga to me, battle rap or not. Like these niggas got me out my motherfucking spirits. But add me on Facebook at Pearson Avenue Pirahna. Follow me on Twitter at CEO_Pirahna. Follow me on Instagram at CEO_Pirahna. You can check all my latest battles on the URL out. Pirahna vs 242, Pirahna vs Stretch Mills, Pirahna vs NORBES. New Midwest movement, you feel what I'm saying? Shout out Finesse Mob, my brand, my gang. Shout out everybody, man. They know, niggas know the vibes, man. We know the vibes, man. I ain't never stepped incorrect, even on the stage. That's why I don't choke, because I don't want to give these niggas nothing to talk about. I don't slip up because I don't want to get these niggas no leverage. I beat their ass and I offer to bet money every time. All these niggas be scared to bet money.
Jump into
They want their mans to say that they won so they can agree, but they gonna know when they get off that stage with me, deep inside, I beat their ass. That's why they don't be wanting to bet no money.
Jump inside this hole I just dug.
I ain't mad at that. Listen.
And for any of my future opponents who can put money on the line, I want a winner to be determined. I don't want niggas debating my battle because they got favors. I want a winner to be determined. I got money on me every time, and I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm undefeated in cash battles, so any nigga want to test the water, let's go. I ain't lost one cash battle. Listen, I'm 6-0 in cash battles. I had 6 cash battles in my career. 6 cash battles in my career. I ain't lost one. So let's somebody prove me wrong one day, please.
Y'all ain't gonna stop talking about me on this live. Listen, Pirahna, do not be a stranger. We here every Wednesday, every Sunday. You know what I mean? And now I'm definitely gonna be paying attention to everything.
Thanks. Please do. You look at my posts. I be in tune with the media. I talk to all my fans with respect. Same shit. I share battles. I don't just share my shit. I share my niggas shit. I share other people's shit. I make relatable posts. I share memes. I'm a real nigga. I'm a regular person. I'm not Hollywood, so it's easy. I'm not accessible, but I'm not a nigga that like you got to be iffy about. Like, oh nigga, you can talk to me. You can DM me as long as you ain't on no weird shit. Or if I detect that you're trying to infiltrate, I'll block your ass. But if you on some genuine shit, whether you a fan or another battle rapper or just anything, you can reach out to me. I'm a DM away or a comment or whatever. You can reach out to me.
That's what's up. I got to do mommy duties for our next show, but I do appreciate you messing with us. Make that reach out that we just talked about as well. So, you know, and whatever happens from there, happens from there. At least you did your due diligence. You feel me?
Facts. You said Bills, right?
Yeah. Okay. I believe he's Trey LB on TREEL Bills, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
And make sure you try to lock with Jay Kruger sometime this year or next year. I'd appreciate that from a fan's perspective. I like to see that.
What'd you say?
I'd like to see you versus Jay Kruger sometime in the future. I'm just going. That's just me. That's just me though.
Dog fire, and dog be on the same type of time I'm on, like with the custom made shoes and shit. Shout out Jay Kruger for that.
That's why I said it. You know, I see this. You know, I got it.
Yeah, shout out Jay Kruger for that. Like I love black owned shit. Shout out Hank Nation. Everything I wear, oh shit, camera look a little weird. This H for Hank Nation. Shout out Hank Nation. Everything I wear is custom or black owned. Like shout out to y'all, man. That's what I'm tired of wearing design. I would rather support another man grind. I'm not gonna keep contributing into another billionaire's wealth. Let's build each other up. That's why I wear other people's shit. Even in battles, I wear other people's shit. So shout out to that.
I gotta go. My child is beckoning for me right now. Again, I appreciate you. All you niggas on this live better pull up for the trivia show in 10 minutes as well. Again, we appreciate you, and hey, good luck. Cause I mean you smart. You definitely smart.
Thank you. All right, Wayne. It was a pleasure.
So salute to everybody on this live. Absolutely. And we'll be back in 15 minutes now, because now I gotta go tend to my child. I'll see y'all later.
All right.
Hold on, don't you walk across here. Okay. I'm sorry.